And we're back. This is crazy. It's craziness. We don't know what's gonna happen. Don't know. No clue. I don't know. They updated the stream manager. Now shows what you're broadcasting in. That's kind of cool. Well, now it's late. Yeah, all right. Don't know what's happening, everyone. But whatever it is, it'll be all right. We'll get it. What's going on, Goldsmith? Been having some issues. Oh, yeah? That's cool. Wish things were working better. We were in the middle of playing Fate Keeper, and then all of a sudden, black screen. Yippee. So now I've got to do some research. Did a whole lot of troubleshooting. Um, hmm, need to know how to test this. Oh, well, I can't do that now. Eventually, I gotta make another video on our nest. Hmm. we won't really know how it works until we get into a game. So we'll see. Oh, we have no display caption. Ta-da! Cool, 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 cool. So, last I remember, we needed to go to Terminus or Cairn. We also need to go to the restricted area. Dude's got some upgrades. Don't have a lot of money. There's a guy floating. Okay, we need to go to the Melis. Okay, and there's JP. Where we need to go. Pretty full. We can hold 300, so... one of 4 planets? Happy! How are you doing? Been having a lot of PC issues tonight. So we've been off and on and off and on. On, crash, troubleshoot quickly, gone, back, play for, I think I played for like 2 hours almost, an hour and a half. Black screen crash again. Spent 30 minutes. Safe moded, scanned, and then DDU'd all my graphics drivers and then reinstalled the ones I needed. Forgot to do one thing. I'm guessing that is the... This is where we need to go. It's a restricted area. So. I mean, it could be anything. My computer was off for a couple of days. I don't normally leave my computer off. I don't normally shut it down. I will do restarts while keeping power to it, but we also had that tropical depression rolled through, and it's been just nothing but tornado warnings and lightning strikes and all that. And that being said, my computer would be completely safe during, well, not the tornado part, but lightning stuff. It'd be okay because I have a UPS and that would take the hit. Even if we had brownout conditions, the UPS would take that. But I don't know, it being off for a couple of days, computers don't like to go completely cold and then come back up properly. They like to be warm. I don't know what I'm doing here. Why, yes, I will take all of that iron. Anyway, it was weird. Things went cold. I came back, turned everything back on, and things were missing from my desktop for some reason. Not like a drive had gone bad, like specific items were missing, which was very weird. Like my entire OBS was gone, which very strange. So I got that back. OBS wanted to crash multiple times. Just due to, I don't know, I guess due to the very specific load that I put on it on OBS, because multi-stream using SE Live and then that requiring an older version of OBS, and yeah, I don't know. It is all very weird. So there's someone else out there other than the company or the game. There's also the Republic. It is very strange. Anyway, we shall see. I'm gonna have to do some more investigating and stress test and all that. But, all that being said, how have you been? Next time I know, if I have family in town, I'll just disable all the lights, but the computer stays on. I wouldn't really say the OBS version was doing something weird. It's just the multi-stream software I use, SE Live, which I mean, I could use Atom, which would allow me to use the latest version of OBS. I have to use, what, 3, 4 versions old OBS. If I use a newer version of OBS with SE Live, it instantly crashes due to vertical and a separate horizontal canvas that I run. Oh my goodness, all the stuff. Anyway, since I do all that, SE Live just has always, I wouldn't say function better, but as far as the overall load on the computer, SE Live with sending out multiple streams out to every platform that I can, it was always lighter. Like, it just didn't require so much processing and was a little easier on the computer while also gaming on it. I tried using NDI, which is basically sending a video feed over my network to my wife's computer, and then that being sent out through OBS to stream, which is basically like a dual PC setup. The problem is everywhere that I stream to, even it wouldn't even. My wife's computer has a 3070 in it. Trying to do that and send a stream out to Twitch, YouTube twice, and to restream, it just didn't work. It would overload instant. But with the 4090 on my gaming computer, it will send to all those places and still game. It's been wonderful getting lots of exercise and good games in. Well, thankfully, like with SE Live, the process is pretty streamlined to be able to send everywhere. Like, legitimately, I keep a doc up on my OBS for restream, so I can change the titles to Kick and to TikTok, and I can change the titles from restream, not while TikTok is running, so I have to do it before stream. But anyway, I do that, and then I just click start streaming, and it brings up a page where I can change the titles for every platform minus restream, rather than if I was to use Atom, I would have to manually go to each platform website. So YouTube, I'd have to go to 2 separate streams because Atom does not like to create 2 separate streams on YouTube for some reason. And then I have to go to Twitch and change the title there, which, I mean, I have a multi-stream title updater, but it still doesn't. I still have that issue with YouTube, so it just kind of negates the benefit of Atom just being more stable with newer versions of OBS. There's a lot of little bugs with SE Live, but just having that streamline aspect to it, if Atom ever added the thing that SE Live does, where it's one click and you can change all the titles and stuff, I'd probably switch. but it doesn't. And starting a stream and then having the issue with two YouTube streams not being able to start at one time, like a horizontal and a vertical, with Atom is a problem. Because with Atom for YouTube, you can send two streams out, but that doesn't mean the streams will start on YouTube. You have to manually go to YouTube's stupid scheduler, schedule a stream, and then once the video feeds hits YouTube, then you click go live, and you have to do that twice, and YouTube's scheduler is slow and janky. Half the time it doesn't work. Yeah, I've done a lot of testing. So that stuff. We need to attach this patch. I need to sell some stuff, buy another restricted access beacon. Yeah, it's late now for me, but it was only due to the crashing and stuff. So I'm still trying to put my time in. How do I do this? Attach to a spaceship module. When I can sell this back. I take this data. Yeah, same. It's 243 for me as well. Um, 200 SP. If I pull this out. No. I mean, technically, yes. But I took leave starting Tuesday, ending today, and then, of course, federal holiday and all that. Um, I took leave because we're getting ready for. We had family down to help us get the house set up because we're getting ready for a baby come October. So, how do I apply this damn thing? I just don't. So, find a suitable module. Oh.
Hey, you're new here, right?
Stop patch. Select the component.
Need something, mate?
Don't. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, we're having a boy. We already had one girl. And I talk about this freely, but my job as an electronics tech in the Coast Guard puts me around radiation a lot. Therefore, it was always, you know, the potential that we would never have a boy because ETs are kind of like, due to the job, are disposed to having just girls. Predisposed to just having girls. And so when I found out I was having a boy, I was stoked. So excited. But anyway, no, this week we got his room ready, painted, cleaned out the fucking words have left me. Cleaned out the closet in there because it stored a bunch of our girls' old baby clothes and stuff like that. So we got that pulled out, and Haley, my wife, is gonna have to go through that and figure out what we can get rid of there. And then we, like I said, painted his room, got all of Ruthie's old baby furniture because we got her, my daughter, new furniture, and so we moved all of her baby furniture into his room, what will be his room. And then we cleaned out the garage and did so in the rain. So now I have like 15 bags of contractor sized bags of trash that have to slowly make their way to the trash can every time we have trash day. We'll probably throw a bag in until we ain't got none left. Yeah, well, it was nice that we had family that came down, and
Do you need any
I'm
help?
from where I'm at now, and so my parents are still here. If the company that managed our neighborhood did that, then yes, I would. And the other problem is none of the landfills or trash depots or whatever you want to call it around here took normal trash. So, non-construction trash. I would take it up there, but the nearest one is almost 50 miles away, and I ain't driving that far with that many bags. I'd have to make multiple trips anyway. Oh, I thought I could
Just tell
sell.
us what you're looking for, and there's a good chance. Restricted areas are found on many.
I have the money for that to sell some stuff. But you're right though. I can see if ours does. But I think I've read in the neighborhood page that they don't. Anyway, I'm actually probably going to call it here, because if I go any later, then... Well, I appreciate it. That's why when you asked me about all the video stuff, I was like, I don't know. I can try, but I already have limited time to just sit down and play games and stream. That I don't know. Plus, there's always the chance in 2 years that I'll have even less time. Because I'll be on, could be back on a cutter somewhere. Anyway. I know this is like 30-minute, but this has just been a test to see if things are, I guess, sort of okay again, but we'll need to get on the game that was causing it and try it then as well. It's just I know this one tends to run things a bit harder than the other game did, so... Actually, this game is somehow barely using anything. This is right, though. More should be on this last half than the front half. 50% usage? Unoptimized game. Really, it's just new. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. I'm signing off, and I will see y'all later tonight. So, peace out.